it's hard to mess these up. I mean, 5-year-old children in the South are making these.
Now that you say that, I need to find some way to be worse than a 5-year-old, so, you know.
We'll see. We're filming.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We do not have all of the ingredients for the whole thing out because we're starting this a day early because there's some stuff that needs to sit overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna...
Oh, can I touch things now?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to a whole
No.
thing. Okay, that's definitely meat. It's cold meat.
Can you tell what meat it is? I'm curious if at this point you can tell.
Meat by feeling it. It feels like a rib or something, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Some creams. Some spices, maybe. Well.
Just take off your blindfold.
Okay. Chicken. It's a chicken.
Yes, that is a
Chicken the
chicken.
whole
You were
time.
correct. It was chicken the whole time.
This is buttermilk. Oh god, we're making buttermilk chicken, aren't we?
Buttermilk what chicken?
Like a buttermilk fried chicken?
Yes.
Okay.
We are making buttermilk fried chicken and sauteed greens from Jubilee, which is probably the foremost cookbook on historical African American cooking.
Oh.
Also very much like the food I grew up with. And we're going to have a special guest teach you how to make Southern style cat head buttermilk biscuits.
Who's that? Is it going to be Shepherd?
Yes, it's going to be Shepherd.
Okay. So that's tomorrow.
So yeah, we're going to Zoom with him tomorrow.
Okay. Cool.
But today you've got to marinate the chicken. Jubilee, recipes from 2 centuries of African American cooking by Tony Tipton Martin.
Link in the bio.
Link in the bio.
Okay, there's a lot of words here.
It's a recipe.
Okay. Well, this is pretty simple. I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff into a bowl, shaking it up, and then putting it on the chicken, and then putting buttermilk on the chicken, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge overnight, and it will sit like that.
You're missing the very first step.
What do you mean?
You've got to break down the chicken.
What?
It was a good dance. It was a good dance. Okay.
Just shaking the chicken.
Shaking the chicken.
Okay.
So, do you know the anatomy of the chicken? Do you know how you're going to break up?
No, I have no idea. So first there's these bad boys.
What are those bad boys?
Drumsticks.
Legs. Yeah.
Legs.
And then what's on top of the legs?
Wings.
Yes. And then what's in the center?
Breasts.
Right.
Am I like taking the skin off also?
No. Have you ever eaten fried chicken?
What?
Take this.
I don't know if that's the skin or if that's like just a crust.
Okay. Okay, so how much instruction do you want?
I don't have any clue what to do. Am I just gonna start breaking stuff down?
So it's where the joints are, where you sort of want to pop it out. You're going to want to separate off. You can leave the legs and thighs together if you want, or you can separate them down. Probably better to separate them down. There you go. Same thing over there.
small amount of celery salt.
How much?
A half teaspoon. Teaspoon black pepper. Teaspoon cayenne pepper. That's enough. 2 teaspoons paprika. This is my spice rhythm. Precise measurements are for cowards. Teaspoon of garlic powder. And
Onions.
same of onion powder. Okay.
Why don't you show the camera the Himbo's not so secret blend of 7 herbs and spices?
Spices. Just gonna spread them out a bit first. Yeah, I'm just gonna use all of it. And then we can make more tomorrow. Okay, so seasoned chicken.
Nice. Show your chicken hands.
Chicken hands.
Okay, now you can show the chicken.
Okay, chicken. Alrighty. Chicken is seasoned. Now,
Cover with buttermilk, I do believe.
yes, carefully pour buttermilk and refrigerate at least 4 hours and overnight, if possible.
Yeah. Do you know why buttermilk is such a popular marinade?
No.
Because it's delicious.
You think I know anything?
And the acidic qualities help tenderize the meat.
Nice. I think we're gonna go with the third one on this.
Okay.
And that will be enough.
Do you like fried chicken?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah. Cake. The forbidden cake.
Do not eat the forbidden cake, for the love of God.
Okay. Alright. Fine, I will eat the forbidden cake. Alright, so it's day 2. Here I am with our special guest, Shepard, who has graciously agreed to come on so that they can teach me how to do biscuits. Add a cast iron skillet into the oven to preheat as well.
We're going to be using the cast iron skillet for chicken later, so you
That's
have
exciting.
to use not a cast iron skillet.
So what am I going to have to use?
You have special dispensation to use a baking sheet. You can
We do
put
have-
parchment paper on it.
Do we
to
have-
keep biscuits from sticking?
Do we have the other, is the other skillet workable? Is
The
it
stout?
oven proof? So we have Dutch oven now instead. Big, bad, very cast iron.
Good, actually.
So we'll use this. Well, yeah, it's good. Alright, so we're gonna toss this in the oven. Cut a stick of butter into cubes. Unfortunately, we don't have sticks of butter because we have like blocks of butter, which is a thing here, which are a bit bigger than the sticks of butter that we use.
I believe one block is usually 2 sticks.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 sticks normally. Anyway, this is like a little bit used, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is a stick of butter. Is that good?
I have Shepard eyeball that because I think that might
How do
be
you
like.
how do you feel
a
about
stick and a
this
half.
much butter, Shepard?
That about right.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I live dangerously.
Biscuits are very flexible, is the thing.
That's good. That's very important because I mess everything up.
Right, but you get a little, like, it's hard to mess these up. I mean, 5-year-old children in the South are making these. This is like my
Well, see, now that you say that, now that you say that, I need to find some way to be worse than a 5-year-old. So, you know.
We'll see.
Okay.
So, how old were you the first time you made biscuits, Shepard?
Oh gosh, you know, I mean, if we count my grandmother kind of helping me do it, you know, I was small enough that I had to stand on a chair in the kitchen to get up to the counter.
Nice.
So what I did with this is I would talk about making biscuits on Twitter, and people would always ask me for a recipe, but because I learned from my grandmother, it was just kind of, here's when it looks right, here's when it feels right. And so what I did one day was get out my kitchen scale and just kind of keep zeroing it out so I had the weights for everything.
That's really smart.
That's where the recipe comes from.
Yeah. So next step is in a largest bowl, mix about 625 grams of a low protein flour, 25 grams baking powder. Baking powder.
We learned this last
Yeah,
week.
we just learned this one, didn't we? Alrighty.
Oh,
man.
they changed color.
These are very like,
I've never seen them
wow,
change color before.
that's wild.
Did you notice that we have replaced the baking powder with a different brand of baking powder that does not look like the baking soda? Just for you.
Okay.
How much flour do you want?
625. Oh, jeez.
How are you making flour volcanoes?
I have no idea. I'm just very forceful. I'm too strong. Oh, jeez. Okay. 220. Alright. So that is our flour. Now we need 11 grams of salt.
Yeah, and you know, 11 grams is, I don't know, a couple good sized pinches. A pile in the palm of your hand somewhere.
Yeah,
in
it's
there.
it's definitely like
Not that much.
hand palm of salt for sure. And 25 grams of baking powder. Is this the baking powder?
Yes.
Yes, okay. 25 grams of that.
Right, so about twice what you did of the salt, so about 2 palmfuls.
Yeah. Yep. So this is like, well, it's like either like one massive heaping
Swole palm.
overflowing palmful is another, I guess, way of describing that.
So go ahead and mix your dry ingredients together there.
Okay. So, mixing ingredients a bit. Is this, so the butter that I'm adding into this, it's the same butter I just cut up, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, cutting it up makes it easier to work it in, and you're going to want a pastry knife or a pair of butter knives or a fork probably.
Yeah. All right, so butter going in, and I'm just like, what am I doing to this?
You're going to want to squish it.
Squish it.
What's your confidence level right now, Adam?
Okay, so I would normally say terrible, because that's just the default. But since I have like extra people assisting me on this one, I feel like, you know, I have more support than usual.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, normally right now you're at a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, I would say I'm at like a 3.
Oh, wow.
You know.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's like a 50 to 100% increase in my confidence level.
How would you describe the texture of the dough at this point?
So it's starting to get a little bit sandy, as described, but there's still quite a bit of chunky butter. Okay, I think this is me.
You're losing so much of
I am losing some of it, yes. I should have actually gone with the even bigger bowl. I was like, I'll use the medium-sized bowl. This should be big enough, but no. Yeah, so I think this is basically the right texture now. And
Sand.
Holding this up for the camera so you can see it's...
Yep, looks good.
Yeah, awesome. I've learned from last time how to make a better well.
Which is do it in a bowl.
Well, that's true also, yes. Okay, so we've got a well. Pour in 510 grams of very cold dairy thing, buttermilk, regular milk, half and half, heavy cream, whatever. We have heavy cream, you said?
We have buttermilk.
Or we have buttermilk, yes.
You just opened the fridge.
Ah. Okay, fridge is haunted, it's fine. Going to get... Okay, so this one is like 290 grams.
And you need
So-
504?
I need 510,
5.
so a bit less than this one. Yeah, right there. Okay, so we've got a bowl of buttermilk. That's what it is. So buttermilk, bowl, going in the center. Mix into dry ingredients. Handle the dough as little as humanly possible while still getting all of it mixed in. I use my hands, it's the fastest way to get it done. Once it's mixed, it's going to be in the oh god, get it off me stage. So you might prefer to use a spoon, and with the dough formed into a cohesive shaggy ball. Alright, I'm gonna move the recipe out of the way because I feel like the recipe is gonna get gross. And I've got the spoon that we used for the buttermilk, so I'm gonna use that to start, and then going to start using hands as needed.
I usually use my hands and just like get in there and kind of go crunch, 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 and get the flour right up in
Oh,
there.
it is very cold. Oh, this is so weird. Oh no.
Yeah, it's definitely a textural sensation. Make
Yes.
sure you go around the edges of the bowl and right down to the bottom and get all the dry flour
Mm-hmm.
and get it in there and then stop touching it.
Okay, I think it's mostly fully incorporated. Use
Dough
my
hands.
terrifying
Right,
dough
you get it.
hands.
That's
Dough
the
hands.
where they're like, oh god, get it off me.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've salvaged
About as much.
about as much as we can off of my hands. So I'm gonna wash my hands now and get the rest of this off. Alright, so we're gonna let that sit. Choose your own adventure. Drop biscuits or cut out fancy ass biscuits for impressing people. And again, we're doing drop biscuits because that sounds more exciting. Alright, so we're gonna remove the skillet from the oven, set it on the stove top, grab a handful of dough roughly the size of a medium-sized cat's head.
Do you need me to find a medium cat?
No, we've got plenty of medium cats in this house. Okay.
Hi.
Cat
Alright.
Hey.
So we have a medium
What
cat
I'm
head.
looking for is a medium-sized cat head, not cat head and neck, but get its cat there and kind of get a feel for the size of the
Ah!
and,
Yeah.
have your ball of dough. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
too
Yeah,
small.
that's
Cat
not
head.
what you're aiming for, right there.
perfect.
You don't need to give it ears.
Ow.
Okay,
Give it ears.
Okay.
okay.
So you have one biscuit, no skillet.
I have one biscuit, no skillet. But,
Do you want the skillet to magically appear?
yeah, what if we did some magic and the skillet just appeared?
Just drop your dough ball in it.
Okay. Oh my god, this has magically appeared here, thanks to the magic of video editing. Alright, so Shepard was saying I have to be very careful not to burn myself, and I'm just
Please
dropping
do.
them in.
Oh, listen to that sizzle.
Yeah, it's already sizzling a bit.
Yep.
I'm trying to mess with this dough as little as possible. Not doing a great job of it, I think. So, camera, biscuits.
Biscuits.
So, I don't know how well you can see.
Perfect.
Most of them look pretty good. We've got this one right here looks a bit dry and crumbly because that's one of the less incorporated ones, but the rest of them look really good. So I am going to, I guess, get out a plate and try a bit of one.
Yeah, just grab a plate and a spatula and slide one out.
Okay. It's a bit hard to get to just because of how deep the pan is.
Ooh, that looks really good.
One downside of not using a skillet properly. Alright, so taste time. Got biscuit, thanks to Shepherd's excellent guidance.
You said this recipe's on your Patreon, right?
Yes.
So
So subscribe to Shepherd. Shepherd's
yes.
great.
We'll put the URL at the bottom.
Sure. And I'm gonna just take a bite and see how it goes.
Never seen anyone eat a biscuit with a fork, but go for it.
Well,
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not gonna eat the whole thing right now.
That's true.
Just gonna take a. It's really good.
Would you make these again?
Yeah. I would actually. This and the handmade tortillas that I made, I'd just eat those. And these.
Would you wrap one of those biscuits in a handmade tortilla?
Probably.
Awesome.
Great job.
All right.
I told you, even toddlers in the South can make these.
Yes. Yes.
If Adam can make the biscuits,
Once again,
you can
I
make the
prove
biscuits.
my dominance over toddlers. All right. So next up, we are making sautéed greens from the same cookbook. So step 1: wash the greens, removing stems and thick midribs, or keep them and slice thinly. Stack 2 or 3 leaves, roll tightly into a log, and slice it into ribbons. Repeat with the rest of the greens. So pretty simple, just a lot of effort on the spinach, I guess.
Yep, we're gonna prep the greens, fry the chicken, and then cook the greens.
I feel like these are also too small to like roll up.
No, you can fold them if nothing else, but basically it just makes it easier to do the very fine. There you go. How you doing, babe?
Alright, so after a half an hour of chopping greens, we discovered that we only chopped half of them, and it filled up this much. So we know this is going to cook down, certainly, but we decided we're just going to have the recipe and just save us
Live our lives.
some time. Yes, just
Have you ever had like proper Southern fried chicken, biscuits, and greens?
maybe. I don't know.
You'd remember.
Exciting.
Welcome to this week's episode of Adam Chops and Onion, starring your host, Adam.
Rude.
You okay?
No. Garlic clove minced.
How you doing?
Better. Okay. Garlic in with the onion. That's all the prep work for the greens. In a plastic or lunch-sized brown paper bag, combine flour and remaining seasoning mixture. Again, we're gonna make some more. Remove chicken from buttermilk, shake off each piece to remove any excess. Place one piece at a time in the bag. Close the bag, shake well to coat evenly on all sides. Let the coated chicken rest on a wire rack while you repeat until all the chicken has been coated with seasoned flour. Discard the buttermilk. Pour 3/4 inch oil into heavy deep cast iron skillet. Heat to 375 or medium high heat. Adjust heat to maintain temperature as needed. Working in batches, a few pieces at a time. Add the chicken cooked till golden brown, about 12 minutes a piece. Okay. So since we used up all the seasoning last time, when we were only supposed to use half of it, we're gonna remake more of it to be the
Spice in the dredge.
yeah, what you said, that thing.
So the flour and spice mixture is called the dredge because the act of putting spices and flour to coat a piece of meat is called dredging it.
Okay, no idea if any of those measurements are right. Don't care too much. Just need some good old seasoning. Okay, next is flour, 1 cup.
Pro tip, kids, always make sure your Ziploc bag is sealed.
Remove chicken from buttermilk, shake off excess, and place one piece at a time in the bag. So I've got a bowl for the excess. That's a real weird feeling. It's very thick also, so I don't know how much excess buttermilk is actually going to come off.
It really helps to have a wet hand and a dry hand here.
Exciting.
Last one.
Okay, now I'm gonna toss that out. Okay, so adding oil. I feel like that's probably about as much as we can go with our skillet. Your ear is 76.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
How confident are you feeling going into the fry?
Very confident. I can do this. Let's rock with this bad boy. And
Don't want to overcut the pan to cover just those 2 pieces.
yeah. So, because it's not deep enough, it's burning the edges. I think 12 minutes is maybe a bit optimistic.
Okay, we can always finish it in the oven if it's not cooked solidly through.
Back to the greens. Heat, oil.
You said olive oil.
Yes. I'm not gonna measure this. Past the point of measuring things.
How much was it?
2 tablespoons.
Okay.
Spoon. Probably about ready to add in the greens. So I'm going to add in some greens. You should get some video of this.
I will.
You could dump it all in if you wanted.
I mean, it's half and half. So I'm doing half now.
Do you know why it's half and half?
So, reasons.
A, because the greens are going to cook down a bit. It might be too much for your cooking vessel otherwise. And B, to get different textures of greens. You're mere minutes away from eating. How do you
Yes.
feel?
Tired. Exhausted. Alright, stir in red pepper flakes, vinegar, and maple syrup if using, and then season with salt and pepper. I am past the point of measuring anything.
Okay, that's, yeah.
We're doing it. We're just going, we're doing it live.
Style. So are we calling those bad boys done?
I'm checking.
Okay.
Gotta see how salted it is. Look. A little bit more. Okay.
How are you feeling?
I'm very tired. Very exhausted. That frying took a lot out of me. But we're here. We've succeeded. We have food.
We have some really beautiful food.
Yes, it does look very good. Alright, I guess I will start off with the greens. They've got like... Well, definitely just the right level of seasoning. And the syrup and vinegar do give it a little,
Sweet and sour.
little something. Yeah. It's good. Biscuit, I already tasted the biscuit. I know that it's good. I'm just eating this because I want to at this point.
Okay, but what about the pièce de résistance?
Okay.
You've got a wing there, you've got what I think is a breast, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Fried chicken, a little bit overdone. A little bit weird.
Well, the crust is overdone, but the inside should be perfect. Ooh, listen to that crunch. How is it?
Against all odds, it's good.
Is it juicy?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's not overcooked?
No. I've got a bone that's cracked here. It's probably my fault.
Yeah, that's your butchery skills.
Yeah.
We'll work on those.
Yeah, it's good.
What's good about it?
Nice and juicy, very chickeny.
Good
It's good.
seasoning? Was it over seasoned since you put so much more seasoning in?
No, I think it's just right.
So you'd suggest that people over season?
Yeah, maybe a little.
Okay. So where does this rank flavor wise in meals that you've made?
I'd say this is like a B. Like, it's actually pretty easy to make, aside from the frying, which we messed up. Biscuits, greens are delicious, chicken is delicious. I just wish I hadn't messed it up a little. I would definitely make the biscuits again or the greens again. I might make the chicken again. It's like a 50-50.
Do you have any tips and tricks for people at home?
I have no idea. None. I have no idea. I don't know what we did wrong.
Get Shepherd to help you with the biscuits.
Yeah, get Shepherd to help with the biscuits and I don't know, something else to do with the chicken.
Maybe we should have done the chicken in the Dutch oven.
Probably should have used a bigger skillet, yeah. But, oh well.
Why don't you let us know who you are and why we're here so that you can go eat your chicken in peace?
I'm Adam. This is the Himbo Chef. As always, don't forget to... Sorry, you can tell I'm tired. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you want to see in future videos. Hit the notification bell. Check out the link to the recipe cookbook below. Check out Shepherd's Patreon below. And yeah,
And
support us on Patreon. Thank you to all of our subscribers who are funding this video. And soon we're going to be having new lighting as well, hopefully, funded by our Patreon subscribers. So, you know, onwards and upwards, you know, getting better every time.
Which is the point of this whole thing.
Yeah, well.
Alright.
Alright, bye everybody. See you next time.